Of Aiyepe, hidden between bamboo trees and red earth, lives a house where the walls remember, where secrets are sealed in chalk, and where a boy must choose between truth and survival. This is not a story of monsters hiding in the dark. It's the story of family, of betrayal dressed as protection, and of a woman who made a deal to cheat death, but paid with something far worse. They say every shadow tells a story. Tonight, we follow one. This is Aunty Kemi's shadow. The first thing Seyi noticed when he arrived at Aunty Kemi's house in Aiyepe was how quiet it was. Not the kind of peaceful quiet that makes your shoulder relax, but the kind that prickled your skin, as if the house itself was holding its breath. The compound was tucked between tall bamboo trees that rustled even when there was no breeze. The walls were faded white, flaking like old skin. The gate cracked open on its own, and the wind carried the faint scent of camphor and something burnt. "Welcome, Seyi," Aunty Kemi had said, with her unusual smile, tight, the one that never touched her eyes. "Your room is ready. Just remember, don't touch the chalk mark on your door, no matter what." Seyi was 13, too old to be afraid of stories and too angry to care. His mother was in a hospital bed, her body still and cold, whispering things in her sleep no one could explain. Things like, "Don't go near Kemi, not again." But here he was. That night, he erased the chalk. He didn't do it to be disobedient. He did it because he was tired of being treated like a child. Tired of whispers, tired of the lies, and that's when the scratching started. From under the footboard, from the wardrobe, from inside the mirror, and then his father's voice. "Seyi, my boy, help me." The next morning, there was a cut on his mother's neck, a small deep line as if traced by a blade. His heart sank. He didn't tell Aunty Kemi, but he saw the way she looked at him during breakfast, like she already knew. He found the diary in a hollowed-out Bible on the bookshelf. It was old, leather-bound, and smelled of dust and camphor. On the first page were 4 words written in trembling ink: "The debt I owe." Seyi read it all. Aunty Kemi had made a deal when she was 17, dying from a fever. The spirit in the mirror had saved her. In return, she promised it a life every 15 years. The first had been her sister's husband, Seyi's father. A fire, they had said, but the diary said otherwise. The next life was due in 3 days, and it was supposed to be Seyi. The night grew colder, the shadows deeper. Sometimes Seyi would see Aunty Kemi standing in front of the mirror, speaking in tongues, tears sliding down her cheek. "Forgive me," she whispered one night, not realizing he was watching. "Forgive me, Seyi, I was only trying to survive." He wanted to hate her. He tried. But how do you hate someone who fed you when you were hungry, who tucked you in at night, who wants to wipe your tears with the edge of her wrapper and told you everything will be okay? The night of the full moon came. She wore white. He wore courage. "I have to do this," she said, her voice breaking. "If I don't, it will take everyone." "You already choose it over us," Seyi shouted, holding the diary in one hand, a candle in the other. "You let it take my father. I begged it to stop." She screamed, but once to make a deal with a shadow, it never let go. She raised the knife. He read the incantation. The candle blew out, the mirror shattered, the wind roared, and then silence. When Seyi opened his eyes, he was alone. The house was empty. The chalk marks were gone. The air felt clean for the first time. He turned towards the mirror above the fireplace, the only one still intact, and there she was, Aunty Kemi, not standing beside him, not in the room, in the mirror, smiling, trapped. She visits his mother every weekend now. She's getting better. She no longer calls out in her sleep, but sometimes late at night she used to sit by the mirror in his room just to make sure he stays quiet. And every so often, when the wind outside howls through the bamboo trees, he hears her voice, "Seyi, my boy, help me," but he never answers. Not anymore.